And I'm not gonna talk about affirmations, visualizations, vision board, positive thinking, and all these things, because I'm sure you tried them all. They didn't work for me either. But as soon as I really understood how the law of attraction works, I was able to manifest my SP, my dream career as an artist, selling over 200,000 worth of my own art, traveling the world, and many more cool things. And in this video, I'm gonna share with you everything I learned in the last 10 years of like what really works with the law of attraction, what doesn't work, and how you can get to the same point so you can manifest your dream life. So now, in order to manifest your dream life, you have to focus on the 3 most important keys. I broke it down like this because there's so many different things you can do and so many different things people are talking about, and it gets very, very, very confusing. And I see one of the biggest mistakes that people make in the space of manifestation, law of assumption, law of attraction, is that they're completely confused. They don't know what they should work on. They don't know where they should focus on. Because there's so many techniques. All of them work, but at the same time, all of them don't work if you do it wrong. If you do these 3 things, the law of attraction will work for you, 100% guaranteed. And the third one is the most important one, because if you don't do the third one, the other 2 won't work. These 3 key points are a must. If you do them, the law of attraction works like magic, and you can manifest your SP, your dream physique, travel the world, quit your job, manifest your dream career, make more money, manifest money out of nothing. All these things will be possible if you understand these 3 key points and you also implement them. Right? To know and not to do is not to know. So you actually have to do them. Before I share with you the 3 key points that make the law of attraction work, make sure to take notes and commit to take action after this video. If you just watch this video and you jump to the next one and the next one, nothing is gonna stick, nothing is gonna work. So you have to commit to just take at least one of these key points and implement them right away. Because one of the reasons the law of attraction is not working for you is because you heard already a lot of this stuff, but you didn't really take action on it. Or maybe you took action on it for a while and then you gave up, right? But I will make it super simple for you, because these 3 key points are not so hard to implement. They're actually pretty easy to implement, and I'll show you as well like for how long you need to do them and how exactly you implement them in the right way so that they work for you like magic. Also, please be humble when you watch this video. Empty your cup. The cup of like, I already know that stuff, because as long as you think that way, nothing new can come in. So be open to new things, to learn new things, because the chances are, if you're not where you want to be, there are some things that you are not doing correctly. So it's important to empty your cup, be open to receive this knowledge, and be humble, right? Because then you can really let in new information and then you can make this work. So key number 1, right now, your negative pole is bigger than your positive pole. And that's one of the reasons why you're not manifesting the things you want to manifest, right? Because as long as the negative pole is bigger, you can use as many affirmations you want. You can make your dream board nicer and put more pictures on it. You can, do the scripting exercise. You can visualize. You can do all these things, but it won't work as long as your negative pole is bigger than the positive pole. And you can imagine it. You can really imagine it as a ball, right? Right now, your negative pole is really big. It took time to manifest that negative pole, right? You can visualize it like this. And your positive pole might be like this small. So you fed the negative pole for a long time and it became bigger and bigger and bigger. This is your creation. You did that. Now you want to switch that. You want to give less energy to the negative pole. So whatever negativity comes up, negative thoughts, negative feelings, you want to starve them. You want to give them less attention, less energy, because then it becomes smaller and smaller and smaller, and you want to feed the positive pole. So you want to feed the positive thoughts, the positive emotions, until the positive pole of energy becomes bigger than the negative pole, right? It really needs to be shrinked, the negative one, and the positive needs to become bigger. Once you do that, once that happens, there will be a shift in your reality, guaranteed, 100% promise. Because if your positive pole is bigger, you will attract more positive things in your life, right? You will attract more money, maybe your dream partner. You will attract miracles, unexpected things that are happening to you. You will manifest opportunities, situations, circumstances that are all in your favor, because your positive pole is now bigger, and that's what you will pull into your life, right? You attract what you put out. So if you put out lots of positivity, you will attract that back to you. Must happen. That's the law. And by the way, there are lots of different things you can do to actually increase this positive ball and shrink the negative one. So if you want to connect to me further and learn all the strategies that I use, click in the link below and join my community. It's only $22 per month. You can cancel anytime. Let's get into key point number 2. It's not what you do, but it's how you do it. That means specifically it's your energy behind the things that you're doing, right? It's not the action you take, it's the energy you take the action with. Very important. Abraham Hicks talks about being connected to your higher self. What that means is that whatever you do, you're connected to your higher self, you're connected to this positive vibration, right? You do everything that you do with a positive energy. You feel good. How you do that specifically is by focusing on feeling good. Focusing on feeling good now. Feeling is the secret, right? So if you want to make this happen, if you want to put positive energy behind the things you do, you have to feel better and better every single day. Like if you want to manifest your dream partner, become that person, right? Become the person that your dream partner would date and start feeling the love and the appreciation, and then you will attract that person too. If you want to manifest more money, feel already now as you're wealthy and abundant and rich, right? And have this energy, that amazing positive feeling behind everything you do. And feeling better is very easy. Like if you don't know exactly how to do it and how to embody already what you want, just do simple things like eating healthy, go for daily walks, remove some of the negative habits, like the things that take energy away from you. For example, having negative conversations, complaining, being connected to people that are toxic, or too much social media, sleeping late, eating bad food. Remove some of these things and start adding to your life more of the things that give you energy, that make you feel good. Long term, not short term, right? That might be eating healthy, sleeping better or sleeping longer if you don't have enough sleep, removing stress, going for daily walks, listening to inspirational content like this, reading inspiring books, do something with your hands, paint, gardening. Like there are so many things you can do with your hands, right? Cooking. These are great ways to actually increase your feelings in a positive way, to feel better. So you can do these things on a daily basis, and then you also, that goes back to the other point, the key one, which is like your positive ball becomes better because you start feeling better and better and better. And then also the actions you take, you do them with a more positive feeling, and then they will lead to more results. Key number 3, the most important key. Let's get into it. If you do this, if you know this, the third key, and you just put the others aside, nothing will work. So you have to do all of them. You have to do all 3 on a consistent basis. You basically have to become the person that just does these 3 things naturally, like it's your second nature. Then the law of attraction will work like magic and manifest everything that you want. So key number 3 is something that I learned from my mentor, Kevin Trudeau. Maybe you know him, he's amazing. Like when I listened to his audio program, that's when everything started shifting for me, because suddenly it made sense. Everything else was talked about so in a complicated way, and I didn't get it, right? I implemented some stuff and I thought I do it right, but it didn't really work. After listening to Kevin Trudeau, it all started making sense. So this is the third key point. It's the most important one that I learned from him, and he learned it actually from Napoleon Hill. So let's get into it. What is it? It's belief. As long as you don't believe, nothing is gonna work. And that starts with that video. If you don't believe that these other 2 key points work, if you have doubt about these 2 key points, if they really work, maybe it's just oversimplified, maybe it doesn't work, maybe it's just talking crap, and maybe he just wants to have views and followers. That's why he talks about it, but it actually doesn't work. If you believe that, it's not gonna work. If you believe that these key points work and it makes sense, and you really, really believe it, and you do them, they're gonna work for you. Henry Ford said, if you think you're right, or if you think you're wrong, either way, you're right, because it's the thinking that makes it so. And Napoleon Hill talks about, and that's one of my favorite quotes, whatever the mind of man can conceive and bring itself to believe, it can achieve. Whatever you can imagine, and the key word is then believe. So you imagine something, you imagine your dream life, your dream partner, more money, just being happy, traveling the world, having a more beautiful apartment, whatever it is. You see them in your mind. And then, if you can bring yourself to believe, that it's gonna happen, it will happen. This is for the big stuff, but also for the small stuff. As I told you, the first example is if you watch this video and you believe that these things must be true and they must work and you do them, they will work for you. And I can tell you, I did these things and they worked for me. And I manifested a lot of amazing stuff that I always wanted to, right? In 2019, I was struggling. I had nothing. I was extremely shy. I had several businesses that failed. I started implementing these things, and in 2020, I quit my job. I made 26,000 within 45 days. Then I had my first 30,000 month in November. And I was traveling all the time, right? I was living an amazing life. And even in 2023, I moved out of Switzerland, something that I was always scared of. And now I built my whole life in a new country, manifested my specific person. And I did all these things because I believed in the stuff that I'm talking about. That's why I'm sharing them with you. I implemented them and they worked like magic in my life. And it's actually pretty simple. But if you believe they don't work, they won't work. Very simple. And if you think about manifesting your dream partner, for example, or manifesting more money, you first have to believe that you can do it. And let's talk about numbers. Let's say you believe that you can manifest an extra 2,000 per month, you will be able to manifest that. But on the other hand, you want to manifest more money, you want to manifest 10,000, you have a burning desire to make 10,000, it feels amazing. But for whatever reason, you don't fully believe that you can actually manifest that, it's not going to work. It's too far out. You have to either increase your belief, and there are many, many different ways on how to do that. I actually can make a video on that, because this video would become super, super long if I do that. But that could be another video where I tell you and show you examples of how you can increase your belief so that you can believe that you can make 10, 20, 30,000 per month extra, right? But let's say you're not there yet. Then don't focus on the 10,000. Focus on what you can believe. Focus on something that stretches you, but also still excites you and not scares you, right? Because when you get scared, when you doubt, when you think about the how too much, when you're like getting nervous and you start feeling actually bad thinking about what you want, then your belief level is just not there yet and you should stop focusing on it. Otherwise you will attract something negative. If this thing that you want triggers negative emotions and you think about it consistently and you just cannot get yourself to feel good about it, just means that you're not there yet. You think that you won't be able to manifest it and that's what you will attract into your life. And then if you want to manifest something really, really fast, you have to focus on two things. You have to focus on having a burning desire from 1 to 10, it's a 10. Or let's say from 8 to 10. That's a burning desire, and that's also what Napoleon Hill said, right? This is from Napoleon Hill, and I learned it then from Kevin Trudeau, who simplified it. So first thing, burning desire for something, and the second thing is like high belief, which is also from 8 to 10. If you focus on something where you have burning desire and high belief, you're going to manifest it super, super fast. But here's the thing. If you feel really bad and if the negative pole is really big, it's really hard for you to actually have a high desire for something, a burning desire, and also to have a high belief. Because you created so many negative thinking patterns and so many negative emotions that are also now became a habit, that it's really hard for you to even have a burning desire or find something that you really believe you can get. Okay, so that's why these other two key points are also super, super important to keep in mind. But there is still one thing you need to know if you want to make the law of attraction work. It took me 8 years to actually figure that out. So if you want to watch that, click the link below or it's somewhere in the screen. And I hope that was helpful, guys. I really put all my heart into that. I want to add lots of value to you. And these are the things that worked for me. And I want to also simplify the law of attraction because it's easier than you think. I think most people are just confused because there's so much knowledge out there, right? There is so much noise and we get confused. I think one of the biggest problems in this space is that we don't know where to focus on, right? We don't know who to believe. We don't know who to watch. We just consume. That's why I want you to take massive action after this video. Take one idea and start implementing it into your life. So I hope that helps and we'll talk soon. Peace.